Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to the weekly holiday show. I'm your host, Mr. James. Almost done with the summer edition and time to head into the fall, which is going to be the same edition, basically, same Monday through Sunday, but maybe with a new look. More apples and pumpkin. You get that joke? Yeah, anyways. I'm Mr. James, and here are your selected holidays for the week of September 12th through September 18th. We're almost there, guys. Monday, it's Video Games Day. Now, we have a lot of historical things this week, and I have a little cheat sheet here because there are a lot of different facts. Here's the thing. Video games, extremely popular. I mean, everywhere. People playing video games on your phones, on even calculators. I mean, of course, there's consoles, there's computers. I'm looking at one right now. Everywhere, anywhere there can be anything that has to do with electronics, you can make a game out of it. But there is an actual United States national video game team, which is interesting. I found that out. 1983 that was formed. So that was a long time ago. I think I was playing Nintendo in 1985. So, yeah, before that. It was Goldsmith Jr. and Mann in 1947 that used cathode rays. These are just like little things that kind of light up and stuff to actually make the first video game, technically. Then, of course, soon after that, we had a console that was made for the house that was very simple. And, of course, the Atari, which was the first one I knew of. And, yeah, after that, what? It just took off. And I mean, the last 10 years, video games have been incredibly important everywhere for sales, for so many different things, for engaging people in entertainment. So if you like video games, yeah, you probably like to watch YouTube videos of people playing video games too, right? It's not going to be me, but just mentioning, know where they came from. Even the old games are interesting because we have the same brains that we've had then. So we tried to make the amazing stuff that's out right now. We tried to make it back then. We just didn't have the technology, right? So anyways, play on. Tuesday is Peanut Day. Peanut is not a nut. It's a legume. It grows in the ground like potatoes. And it's been around for 3,500 years. That's 3,500 years. It was Dr. George Washington Carver who in 1916, in order to help places in the South because they were having problems with a blight, which is basically some sort of disease of such that happens to cotton. And they needed something else to grow because basically if you have all this land and you grow things and then something you can't grow all of a sudden happens, you can still make money and help people out. And he said, peanuts are great. And so he goes, here's how to grow them. And here's like 101 ways to prepare them so you can eat them. And hey, peanuts have been used in so many different things since then. In fact, peanuts as an allergy is kind of understandable, considering that because of then, so many things started being made of peanuts. I mean, there's peanut oils and everything. And so they were so easy to grow, that was easy to get the oil from them, that because everything has peanut oil in it, I mean, that's not true, not everything, but there's so many things that when your body has so many times that it gets exposed to the same thing, it basically can cause you to be allergic to it. I mean, if you had the same thing you ate every single day, all day long, you'd get allergic, right? Now, you might not be eating peanuts all day, but if everything you eat has peanut oil in it, then there's chances it could happen. So I have a Bitmoji here of me with some jelly, hoping that peanut butter would show up. I do eat peanut butter. I think it's great, but I don't usually eat it at school. Actually, I don't think I've eaten it at school in a while because we have peanut allergies. And even if there's just one person allergic to peanuts, I don't want to take that chance. And anyways, it's delicious though. Great protein source, minerals, vitamins, all that stuff. If you can eat peanut butter. If not, there's so many other nuts. You can eat nuts coming from trees or bushes and such. And yeah, even other legume butters and stuff and soy and things like that. So you can enjoy similar taste anyways. So Wednesday, it's Parents' Day off. Okay. Yeah, yeah. They're not going to take a day off real. I think if you're if you have parents, if they're still alive, and if they still take care of you, I mean, it's a day you can do something for them. Say, hey, kick up your feet. I'll make dinner, or I'll get you a glass of cold water, at least. I'll change the channel. I'll turn the page of this book, whatever you have to do. Do one thing to give them a little bit of a day off, right? A little bit of a chance to relax because they're in charge of you and that's a busy job. And yeah, take care of people that take care of you. Do a little something back. Pay it forward. All those things that people say to help someone else out who's been helping you. Do it. Do it for your parents because they'll be out of the office that day. No, they hope. Probably not. Anyways, Thursday is felt hat day. Now, here's a funny thing about felt hats. Straw hats, thin material hats, good for summer. Fall, winter, you want something a little bit thicker. You want a fall hat, which is generally going to be made out of felt or something that's a little bit thicker, like wool and such. I have a few felt and wool hats. Unfortunately, some of them were given to me and they don't quite fit my head, so I have to wear them kind of at an angle. Still looks good though. But I have a little funny thing about this holiday specific is the term or the idiom, which someone says mad as a hatter, or the Mad Hatter from, we've all known Alice in Wonderland. You might have heard that story. There's a Mad Hatter. Well, here's the thing. People that made hats back in the 18th, 19th centuries, and we're talking that's, 1700s, 1800s, used mercury, which is a metal, to help make their hats. And it's just a metal that if you touch it, it can go into your skin and it causes so many problems. And it really does a lot of things to your brain. And the people that made hats got dementia and some issues, and people called them mad. So that's where that came from, mad as a hatter. It's unfortunate because also around that time, people were using lead as medicine, and lead was in everything. So people had lead poisoning and mercury poisoning. Yeah. And you know what mercury is? It's in some thermometers. I don't think anymore, but it used to be. So don't touch it. It's not good for you. Anyways, Friday is Play-Doh Day. Play-Doh. Joe McVicker in Ohio decided to make wallpaper cleaner in the 1940s. That was Play-Doh. And his father died. And when another company bought over the company that he worked for, he thought, I wonder if I can make this, and this is like mid-1950s, into a modeling clay. And he did, and it didn't really take off until a show started on TV, and this is something in the 60s called Captain Kangaroo. You can look this up. And Captain Kangaroo promoted Play-Doh, and basically it took off. And so that's where Play-Doh came from. Play-Doh was originally wallpaper cleaner. And if you don't know what wallpaper is, it's basically if you don't paint a room, you put this paper down, it kind of sticks on and stuff. And I guess if it gets dirty, you can rub Play-Doh against it. Maybe that works because I guess that's originally what it was intended to. But since then, it's been the most popular modeling clay. So you can make models and stuff. And yeah, I love Play-Doh. Don't eat it. Just saying that. Don't eat it. I've been there. It's not good. Saturday, it's dance day. There's no notes for that. I mean, I've been dancing for many years, and I dance in a ballet every year called the Nutcracker, and it's going to start pretty soon. So maybe I'll wear a costume on front of this camera or something like that. But if you like a dance, this is the day to just let it go. Just do it, right? Or learn a new dance on this day. And there's so many different types of dances. I mean, do yourself a favor, look up river dance, look up salsa or ballroom dancing, Latin dancing, look up dances from other parts of the world. You could just type in a country, Russia, China, Japan. I mean, so many different types of dances, folk dances. There's dances just for special traditions, for rituals. So much dancing. And if you can keep a beat, And if you don't know how to keep a beat, go on YouTube, it'll help you as well. But if you can keep a beat, dance. And if you can't keep a beat, dance anyways. Eventually, you will understand how to fit with the music that you put on. Yeah. And Sunday, last holiday this week, it's Air Force Day. And I don't believe the Air Force have jetpacks yet, but they do have something like that with water that shoots up the back of you. I've seen that. I did see some sort of a jetpack on one person. I guess it's incredibly expensive, and you have to have jetpacks on your feet too for some reason to balance it out, your arms. I don't know how it works. Look it up. It's on Google, I'm sure, somewhere. But it was 1947 that we officially got an Air Force. That means an army that basically is in the air. So, but it originally came about in the middle of the Civil War during 1863, kind of like near the end, where they had something called the Signal Corps, which are people basically in hot air balloons with binoculars looking out, telling people when something's coming or some armies invading and such, and waving flags and such. So, yeah, but those that take to the air. And recently, a movie that came back from the 80s called Top Gun was in theaters, someone who flies jets and such, and that was an Air Force thing. So the Air Force does have some pretty cool jets and such, but military in general is just there to protect people and to enforce like the law. It's like the police of a country, right? So anyways, enjoy these holidays. Think about these holidays. At least give you something to think about. I mean, you might not be able to celebrate everything. I don't know if you want to buy a felt hat, but maybe you want to try peanuts or use Play-Doh to clean wallpaper. So keep celebrating something, all right?